Good evening, everybody. It is I, Jesse Jamie, your virtual resident of the internet, and today we are back here with more Ace Attorney. Yes, um, yes. I am. Okay, so I have gone to my settings, and I did raise the bitrate just a tad little bit so that we can do multi-streaming on YouTube. So we will be seeing how that plays out. So yeah, hopefully things don't crash, touch wood. Yeah, but yes, I hope you all have had a wonderful week this week. I have mostly been dedicating this week to like the whole like practicing that I've been like trying to do and all that stuff. Yeah, but anyway, sorry. But anyway, but yeah, that's kind of what I've mostly been focusing on with my little box practice drawings. Actually, I need to like think about what I'm going to be practicing next week. Cause originally, I was thinking of doing like circles, and, like cylinders, but the thing is that like if you know how to draw like a cube, you can basically just use that as like a base to like draw a circle, and I kind of already have that like cracked down, so it kind of just feels a bit redundant to like practice that particular thing. So I'm thinking of like moving on to heads, or I'm thinking maybe into heads, or just general like body posture anatomy stuff. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning more towards heads because I feel like when it comes like just general anatomy, I think I kind of have that nailed down. It's more like specific things I feel like I just don't have down. Like for example, I know a lot of times I tend to struggle with the face. When it comes to like drawing characters. I feel like that's probably something I should try to mayhaps fix like as soon as possible. Also, so let me just move my stuff just over a tad, a little bit. Up, there we go. But yeah, I am thinking of yeah, so I'm thinking of moving on to heads next week. Yes. Wait, sorry. God damn it. Sorry, I just forgot to open my water bottle. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Sorry about that. Ooh, sorry, heard that too. Yeah, other than that, I also did buy like another like art related study book that kind of focuses more on like different like body types and shapes and all that stuff, since it is pretty good to so I took a spot. Also, there's a fly on my phone. Buzz off. Yeah, because I also do want to maybe learn how to draw like different body types other than just your standard I guess skinny or muscular characters. But yeah, what else? Oh right. So so next next week there's gonna be a bit of a hot spot throughout the week. So that might slightly affect streams and such. Like I might do like shorter streams on the days that actually, you know what I need to do? I need to like get like the replacement part I need for my little portable AC thing here. I feel like because I checked, it's like $30 to $40, so it's not completely out of the price range. It's just I need to take other general expenses into account. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah. So I'm just quickly checking up on something. So I'm just quickly just doing something right now. But yeah, but yeah, other than that, yeah, other than that, I haven't really done much of notes. But yeah, so starting, so typically how I structure like my little like art practice things is that usually I start the first day or two just doing just like general study and like taking notes down. And then the rest of the week is like applying like those notes and trying to like, so with heads, I think first day it's gonna be spent taking notes on like, okay, so this is like the general, this is how you would break down like the head, the face and all that. Then you would, sorry, then I'll spend the next few days trying to study as much as I can. I know side profiles like something I really need to get down, so I might dedicate like 2 days to like side profiles. And then the last few days of the week will be applying what I've learned to I guess just my general art style and all that stuff. Yeah, and also next week we will be in terms of art, we will be drawing a piece of art for myself. Yes. But afterwards I'll probably implement like the wheel thing that we did when I used to do Fan Art Fridays. And for those of you who don't know, Fan Art Fridays was basically my first attempt to be more consistent with art, where every Friday I get like a list of like a bunch of like VTubers and such, and put them in like a big wheel and spin the wheel around, and whatever the wheel would land on, it would be who would draw for the week. I'm thinking of like bringing that back. Yeah, but instead of it being on Friday, it'll be like in the beginning of the week. But yeah, because like because it was an idea suggested by a chatter that I want to do, because as I've like mentioned time and time again, there's like plenty of people I want to draw, but like I can't seem to figure out who I want to draw each time the week passes. So yeah, that's just kind of what it has to be, at least until like the backlog has decreased. And also I do cough 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 cough. If you want to manipulate things, I do have commissions open on VGen. Wink wonk. Sorry. Wink wonk. Sorry, it's so hard to wink with this model. I'm not sure it's because like the phone's having trouble like detecting my eyes and such, which it shouldn't. I mean, my hair's like pretty short, so it's not like it's covering my eyes. Wait. Okay. Bye-bye, just. Okay, so when my head's like to the side, I can't. So if I want to wink, I really need to like look right into the camera. Just... Yeah. Finding out new things about how to use this model. Wow. But yes, that's kind of all that's really been of note happening. But yeah, I have raised the bit rate a little bit on the stream, but kept the FPS the same, so we're still on 30 FPS. But before we were on 4,000 bit rate, but now we're on 5,000. Hopefully, I mean, I don't feel like it's not like Ace Attorney is like all that much of like a demanding game, like the CPU or processor, much like how Clair Obscur is. And also, we're probably not going to play Clair Obscur until I get the new PC parts, because even like with the previous things before and only streaming on Twitch, we were having like issues. But yeah, I genuinely do think what's happening with that is again, I think it's because like since my CPU is an older one, but I think it's because like my CPU is now having trouble like keeping up with like everything, and the graphics card's like trying to make up for that, and thus it's causing like more resources to be used and all that stuff. But yeah, trying to think what else is there. Don't think there's much else really. Yeah, I think we can probably move on to the game pretty soon. There we go. Wow. Anyway. So let me just beat the game on up and just hope everything doesn't shit the bed. Launching game. I move myself down here and whoop, right over this way. And oh yeah, I forgot to change things back. There we go. All right. Now, last time, I can't say I quite remember what happened. All I know is that we have to go back to like the case 15 years ago. We have to go back to the case that happened what was it, 15 or 18 years ago? I was like one of the two. Oh, sorry. I was just close some other things. Yeah. Anyway, so far everything's looking good. Of course, if anything is okay, 18 years. Of course, if anything does tip, please do make sure to let me know. Please do be sure to let me know. Still can't believe the IS-7 is since Gregory's last case. Ooh. Hang on. Sorry, I dropped something. Okay, good. Right, okay. Still can't believe the IS-7 is since Gregory's last case. Well, that's been 18 long years since. Well, also, I do have my window open at the moment because it was quite warm today. A murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. Frost is like frosting. Oh, okay. They pulled his body out of treasure chest that was in the part of Samson Tangeral's chocolate tableau. He'd been in the head of a large rock salt lamp and subsequently bled to death. We found a lamp inside the candy cancel Alicia Scone had made for the contest. But then, before anyone had a chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations are melted clean away. "18 years ago. Hello there. Oh! Hi, Aqua. I forgot I had that. That actually jump scared me. Oh my god. All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out. At no uncertain terms. Motherfucker acting like it's our fault. So, what do we do now, Mr. E? I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. What comes a total jerk? Now, Eddie. It was always part of the job of the police and prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but you didn't have to talk us out like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should all be working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. As you may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. But what if somebody innocent ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all humans, police and prosecutors included, which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in just such situations, to be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless. Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry, I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. Yeah, you're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Oh, Mr. Edreff, Mr. Fender, you look like you used a little pick-me-up. Oh. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Isn't this the candy that Fender pockets? Whoa, you're the best with bounds. Chocolates. Ooh. Rather mishappened and incredibly sweet. Thank you. Those sugar beets might help, actually. Though these are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped. Wait, what? How are they shaped? Motherfucker, they are shaped like squares. Most chocolate is shaped like squares. What do you mean uniquely shaped? What? What, is there some high-class, fancy, like, triangle chocolates that you eat that fucking us lowly peasants couldn't hope to try? Oh my god. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste. No, no way! They're great! They're so sweet! You're very kind. Eddie, you don't eat with your mouth full, buddy. Don't eat with your mouth full. That is really gross and disrespectful. Imagine me of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? You mean you made these yourself? Yes, Samson loves chocolates, so I had to learn. Keeping him supply of his favorite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of his time coaching me how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangeras sure is a lucky guy. Guaranteed homemade sweets made by the one and only Judy Bounce. Whenever he wants. Sounds amazing. Sorry, did you say something? Nope. Nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. To think, this would be the guy that always fucks a warden. To think. It seems you're quite committed to the work you do for Mr. Tangeras, Miss Bounds. Of course. What right would I have to say here otherwise? Are you his partner or his maid? What the fuck? What do you mean by that? I was abandoned as a baby, and Mr. Tangeras took... Anyway, That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve, many years ago, he found me on the footsteps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. Oh, I gravely misread their relationship. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, good lord. Sorry. I can never repay him. So my work for him's the least I can do. And I'll be here for him for as long as he needs me. That's another accidental Oh my god. The fact, you know, it's if I had $1 for every time that happened, I'd have 2, which isn't a lot, but the fact that it happened twice is greatly concerning. It's greatly concerning, and I need to really reevaluate how I read relationships. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. Nah, I must be getting old. I'm willing to blow myself. And to think today is Christmas Eve. Wow, we really should have played this on Christmas Eve. Whatever, we had a fun time with karaoke, right? Right? And I can't even give him his present in person. I'd do anything to save him. Anything. Please, if there's something I can do to help, just say it. What do you mean, no? What do you mean, no? What? Do my delicate dulcet tones not grace your ears well enough, huh? We're very grateful, Miss Bounds. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you want to see some of his work, I have a picture of sculptures he made for the final. Oh. My. That's stunning. Okay. So I got that's the Taurus, I think. Yeah, no, it's a Taurus. And the, was it Gemini? The Taurus and Gemini. Plugged in to what I'm assuming are these, like, light things. Yeah, it's light. It's a light thing. Okay, and several chiseling tools. Wait, chiseling? What was the confectionery contest? Why is he making ice sculptures? Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. You would have thought that you could make such intricate statues of flavored ice. Oh, right, yeah, he made flavored ice. I don't know what flavor those would be. Would they be like blueberry or something? I do quite like blueberry flavored things. Samson adored them too. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations of Zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. The stories our stars can tell. Take Gemini for example. See the lyre? That's what the harp's called. And the arrow and the hold up. The lyre doesn't have any strings. Oh shit! Right, I didn't even notice that. Huh? Did Mr. Frost forget to add them? Maybe. That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Oh, wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't know him very well. Oh, well, he didn't seem like the type. It seems she's got something to hide, too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound. Yes, I use this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. Ooh, I'd love to get to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? Yes! Come on, Miss E. Let's get a shot of both of us. Well, alright then. It would be a shame to waste such a good hair day. Motherfucker, you're wearing a hat. What hair? Ready? Say cheese. No, sorry, can you take that again? I was blinking. There, all done. The picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. Oh, that's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture-taking needs. It's very convenient, but lack of negatives is somewhat of a shame. So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangerai used his camera during the contest. Yes, you assume correctly. He used some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape. And later take some photos of other contestants' work. But didn't you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance completed rooms. But the film ran out just as he finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. He asked me to put in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. In other words, the films ran out sooner than expected. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't quite line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he lost track somewhere along the way. Interesting. But had he really, though? Sorry, pardon me, just yawning. I went to our living area to change the film and was passing through the fountain room on my way back when I heard a sound of something breaking and collapsed in Samson's room. Oh. Samson? Are you in here? Ah! Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everyone else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and this picture, Miss Bounds. Of course. Here you go. Thank you. Okay. A new film cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining. Detective Bad, Miss Scone, are they done investigating? Oh, that... Oh, sweet, Twitch just told you you're alive. How kind of them. Is that still happening? Is that still happening? Oh my god. Oh, they're done of me, that's for certain. The big meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequin's completely under me. Oh, the cheek of him. Guess he got tired of people cluttering up his crime scene. Every once in a while, yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Cause like, I don't know, cause like Twitch is like pretty good when it comes to like notifying me when people are like live. Ah well. Yeah, Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way of me around. Why would Mr. Von Karma go as far as to exclude his own lead detective? Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, he's enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about? About the fact that Miss Bound said she saw him go in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went to Mr. Frost's room. That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. Well, he's getting number one at the moment. As the guy who made the Frost's work, but as the guy who made the Frost's work. Was that really why Mr. Gusto went to Mr. Frost's room? Got a fold room right here if you need it. It's all yours. Wait, what? Why would you just give it to us? I got it spelled out for you, kid. I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth of this case to come out. Detective. Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma would be happy about this. Yeah, well, I'm not Von Karma's stooge. If he's got to stonewall my investigation, then I'm not going to play by his book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. In any other circumstance, I'd be greatly concerned if a police officer said, if like a police officer or detective said that. Now can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Wow! I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. Well, I am the fuckiest that you're all going on about, but here's to new friends, eh? It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Here. Here's what the Frost room looked like. Wait, did one of the tools move? Alright, the things are unplugged, that's for sure. Okay, no, the tools don't move. Okay. This is definitely unplugged though. There's a trolley here for some reason. Yikes! Someone left our flavor ice sculpture but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this to the photo I just borrowed of Miss Bound. I assume that the unplugged power cords had something to do with all this. Yeah, one cell was out of sockets. The display case lost power, and the temperature went. Wait, no. Wait, no, that can't have been the case, because, like, each room has their own, like, temperature control. So you wouldn't need to have, like, any external, like, plugs or anything like that in order to, like, cool it down. No, like, these were used to, like, light up the sculptures. It looks like they're all connected to the same power ship. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged? Nope. Still working on that. Those sculptures are beautiful. Sorry. Those sculptures were beautiful. What a waste. Oh, you could say that again? Oh, I should have taken a few more bites out of them when I had the chance. So they tasted good? Oh, did they ever? I've never tried ice so scrumptious in my life. Really? Oh man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bits, of course. That was unbearable. The salty bits. Here's the other photo you got there. This bit. Here, the happy thing. Gemini's liar. Wait, that's why I had no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I told you, it was all horrible and salty. Salty, eh? Salty, eh? It's interesting that only one particular part of this one, a particular sculpture, tastes different from the rest. Could somebody other than Mr. Scone really have Mr. Scone really been responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you notice anything else, Miss Scone? Come to think of it, I did. It was a funny little mark on Tillyman's work. It was 2 letters. Let's see if I can draw them out for you. Ah. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait! I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that hard without strings. He's not the type to skip on important details like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? What? No, I barely knew him, I swear. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude towards his work. No, I just... the sculptures were so carefully made, I didn't think he'd decide on something so important. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to him to his work than that. What makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to have been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, and it shares key features of another piece of evidence. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, I won't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So any 2 pieces of evidence of yours? Which 2 items point to Mr. Frost? Take that. And now the second. Oh. Wait. Wait, what? Oh wait, maybe I misinterpreted something here. Okay. Wait, no, that's right. Miss Scone found 2 letters carved in Mr. Frost's eye sculpture. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. That's right, dear. It's just like you said. Tillying statue had the letters PH carved into them, plain as day. PH? Shouldn't it be AF? You'd think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pockets. And then pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery mark we see imprinted on the bottom of the item with the tea sets. The same pottery mark? We have already established that the tea set is is the work of sculptor Paul Halik. From that, we can assume that the same marks would mark any item of a piece of his work. A fact of which you are well aware. Correct, Miss Bounds. Well, yes, I know he always marks his work with his initials like that. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his.
You mean Paul Halik was...
That's right, Sective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact... Mr. Frost was in fact none other than famed sculptor Paul Halik. What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halik are the same person?
It's not like the marks hard to copy though. Anyone who's seen it could fake being him with it. Not exact conclusive proof that Frost was who you say he was.
It was proof enough from Miss Bounds. What matters is she believed it. And his true identity will have been investigated by the good people of the precinct.
Alright. The boys look into it.
I should have known I couldn't hide from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it. You were aware who Mr. Frost really was. I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal he found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away that it was my dear Paul Halik. Imagine his entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that. And, be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken. Oh, it must have got mixed up with the ones that Samson took during the judging. I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran our film during the judging. And that you've had charge of cameras since before Mr. Tangara had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. I suppose so. It suggests that you only took 2 pictures of the new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise. You do? Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bound only took 2 pictures? The camera? You gave a picture of the body to the police, and a picture of Miss Frost's room to me. Oh, you gave us a picture you took of me from Mr. Edgeworth too. 3 photographs in total. And yet, the film cartridge in the camera has 3 exposures remaining. Out of a total of 20. Sorry. You took more pictures, and I want to know what of. I'll need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you were really up to. I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you. Oh.
These are all shots of Frost's room.
I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle.
And then, when they were taken, I still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you?
It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was. You are. Why? Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined. What of the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity.
And how did you make them melt?
I think perhaps I was so intent to gain perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cords without noticing. By mistake, are you sure? I didn't notice at the time, but, well, how could it be so careless to cause the loss of his final masterpieces? That seems a little convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. But I'm not in a position to refuse it either. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please, don't worry about it. The more important thing is that you told us the truth. What he said. No hard feelings was bound. Thank you.
Mr. Edgeworth, picture's yours. Hope it helps.
Alright. Oh. Oh god, this guy.
Are you infernal nuisances still here? You don't know what to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer's still the same. You are not part of this investigation.
Whether we're a part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless.
It seems you don't want to shut up either. But I commend you on your stubbornness.
Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm the one responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting.
What? What is the meaning of this?
I'm so sorry. And to you, Mr. Gusto.
No concern of mine. I didn't do anything. Mr. Von Karma agrees.
Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was. Silence! You will not give the attorney even a tiniest shred of information. Duty bound, you're coming with me. I have reason to believe that you are an accomplice to the accused, Samson Tagarow.
No,
I'll be interrogating you personally, so you'd better get your story in order.
I understand.
Wait, please. I'm not done questioning her myself. And you think I care because... Ugh. Bad. Gusto. And you, Scone. I have questions for all of you. And I expect answers. Follow me.
Oh, you could have released us nicely, mannequins. He took literally everyone with him. Indeed. Well, I suppose this means a little point of us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we get going anyway. It is rather late. Hope the snow is let up. You're right. Home time. Heh. Guess my stomach's in agreement too. Alright, let's go grab a burger. Before my own stomach starts grumbling too. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll need to be fine fit for tomorrow. We will indeed. And our first port of call will be Mr. Tangerau. Oh, that was actually rather short. I'm not the only one that thinks that was maybe kind of unnecessary to split it up like that. Like, that was only half an hour long, what the fuck? Hey, it's Miss Bounds. Oh, Mr. Fender, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday. She looks rather tired. Has Mr. Von Karma finished interrogating you? Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted the sculptures. Are you here to see Mr. Tangerau too? Yes, I'm terribly worried about him. Oh. Detective Bad, what are you doing back there?
Oh, Just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the scene soon.
Not sure how anyone just happens to be a detention center, but okay. Good morning. What the fuck? Holy shit. Did Von Karma stress him up so much he turned his hair fucking white? Mr. Tangerau, what happened to you? Oh no. Samson, what did they do to you? They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted. I think I'm a little tired. They're not letting you sleep. That's not police work. That's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad?
I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy that put on the case before me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do. Which is why I still do what I can to help.
It was Detective Bad who got me out of that. I'd still be in that interrogation room now, if it weren't for him. Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangerau in his own way, it seems. Alright, Teddy. Let's share yesterday's findings, Mr. Tangerau. That can't be illegal, right? Like, refusing to let an inmate sleep, right? Like, there's no way that's legal. Like, even in this fucking universe, right? Oh my god. Like, oh. You got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready. Mr. Tangerau, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear it. Of course. Thank you. You're right, Mr. Tangerau. You seem kinda spaced out. I'm fine, I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson? Do you have anything that might... It's possible, but highly doubtful. Right, I see. Do you have anything that might... Oh, give him a little energy boost. Here, take this, day-old chocolate. I just had in my pocket this entire time. It's a little melted if you don't mind, but I thought I might as well offer something. Is that chocolate for me? Oh, is there chocolates? I wish I could just give them to you, Mr. Tangerau, but rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. Oh, that's a shame, but rules are rules, I suppose. There must be some way you can hand them to him. I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful look in his direction.
Let me take a look at them. They seem legit. I might consider passing them on to the suspect.
Thank you, Detective Bad. My hero. I'm touched. Thank you, Detective.
Yeah, whatever, just sit tight. Yeah.
You don't know how much this means to me.
Yeah, keep it down, will ya? For both our sakes.
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't wish to put your livelihood at risk. Now, to sample these treats. Detective, I apologize for putting you in such a tough spot.
Didn't do it for you. It was my call.
Guess you're not such a bad guy after all. Oh, the sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Were these your handiwork, Judy? Yes, how are they? Don't start singing. Don't start singing. Feel them melt, soft and smooth. Chocolate that'll comfort and truth. Here to here, here to toe. Smile and savor the taste as it flows. Delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they're sweet and oh, so flavorful. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you like them. Don't you start singing too? And I'm glad you're back to your old self. My apologies, friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair. Wow, is the food here really all that bad?
Just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that.
Yes, and yes, I couldn't taste a thing.
Anyway, I'm heading back to the scene.
For a Goat Detective, do you have any new information to share?
Oh, yeah, you're right about the victim's identity. Frostwork does a sculpture in France, where he was known as Paul Halik.
But the taste is good as school lunches. Oof. 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 Yeah. I mean, in all fairness, you're not the first person I've seen like make that comparison. I've also seen like people make the comparison between like school lunches and prison foods, which seems very interesting. That seems like a very interesting choice of foods to be serving to kids. Auntie Frost was Paul Halik. I never would have imagined. Poor Mr. Halik. So the famous French sculptor wasn't a Frenchman after all, huh? This would also explain why Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public.
He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. And a bunch of zodiac statues. Guess he'll never finish them now.
He never finished his greatest masterpiece.
Nah, seems he'll make a statues for each season. But never got around to the winter constellations.
The winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? So the two he made out of ice would have completed the set. Yeah, and now they're nothing but puddles. Ah, what a bummer. I'm so sorry. Oh, no, Miss Bounds. I wasn't blaming you.
One last thing. Seems he had himself a bit of a spending habit when it came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make.
Jesus Christ.
Which means he's always strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt.
I guess the famous sauce is safe from money problems. Yeah. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest?
None. God didn't even tell his family.
I see.
Alright, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard, but I can't be hanging around here any longer.
Understood, Detective. We'll see you again shortly. He's a good man. He certainly is. An uncompromising one. Somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. Yeah.
Just get a pants with anybody when he meets.
Now you're gonna tell me what you learned yesterday. Of course. Allow me to give you full reports. Thank you for that. Allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm so so sorry. It's fine, Mr. Tangarao. As long as I told her yesterday, the important thing is we learned the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I asked you a question or two? By all means, I'll gladly share what I can. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest? Let's see. There was Miss Scone. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gus's creation was a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through the semi-final. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. And that was actually something unusual about his entry for the semi-final as well. Which was, it tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing. Huh? And what exactly did the work look like? Oh, that should be photographed back at my mansion. I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth. Much appreciated, Miss Bound. But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime. So, you were able to finish judging it? Even though his body had been discovered in the meantime? Yes. I wasn't aware of what had happened until after I completed my assessments. Mr. Frost wasn't in his room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the lie, I believe. The salty bits? I never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. You're quite sure that the lie tasted when you... it was the lie you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work. I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case. Mr. Tangarao, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? So the part you tried was the liar. The thing shown here without any strings. No, there were strings originally. That was the part I ate. So the strings were missing because Mr. Tangarao ate them all. And he enjoyed them? Miss Scone told she ate part of the lie as well. But she said it was far too salty for it to finish. Then it's true. The truth is, I've suspected for a while there might have been something wrong with my sense of taste. Something wrong? How exactly? There's a taste disorder characterized by the inability to detect salty flavors. Bro, that could not be me. I'm sorry, but I love salty and savory stuff too much. I think if I was afflicted with that, I think I would genuinely, be distraught. I would genuinely be distraught. Oh. And I suspected I've been suffering from it. I ate so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now. That would explain why the food here seems so bland to him. What? But your taste buds are your livelihoods! Even though there's some long-term treatment option, I highly doubt a total cure for a condition exists. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation. Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for the cure back in my mansion. You do? I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you like. Samson! You can't just show that recipe to just anybody. Judy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anybody. He's my attorney, and I have no secrets from him. Yes, you're right, of course. If that is what you wish. What on earth is the secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding? Well, I should be getting back. Alright, we'll be right behind you. Judy. Yes, Samson? There's There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around. Don't say that. I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting right there at the mansion until you come home. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, Miss Bounds! Judy. Oh, she seems really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Sorry. Actually, I banged my fucking water bottle on my fucking thing. Also, ad's playing, so I might just quickly take a quick break just to get up and stretch. So I will be back soon. So just while I'm gone, just behave yourselves, alright? Yeah, so I will see you all when the ads are over. Bye. I'm back. I am back. There we go. Alright. Oh, I read this. Ah. Okay. So I should be adjusting my chair. Why'd you even say all that to her? Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs ahead of her own. What do you mean? The Halik collection. The candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants. What she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own identity. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all the life that has to offer because of me. I guess that makes sense. He really does see her as his own child. Fucking wow, you really gotta rub it in that I just completely misread their relationship. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk in their own path? And what parents wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? I know exactly how he feels in his moments. I think I've asked you everything I can for now, Mr. Tengarao. We should get back to the scene of the crime. Oh, you're leaving? I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session. Ah, yes, well, we'll have to do something about that. You'll speak to the police for me? They're going to shame you until you learn your lesson. But I've already learned it. I've already learned the lesson. What more is there for me to learn? What more is there for me to learn? Oh my god. That too, but I'll put something else in place too as well. An ace up our sleeve for when the time comes. I look forward to learning more. I'm counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth. We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tengarao, every day. And Judy too. Thank you, Eddie. I'll look forward to it. Mr. Tengarao, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can. If you can't, Mr. Von Karma will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. And it'll make it much harder for me to save you. I understand. And I'll try. I won't give up until you're out of here. Out there, Mr. Tengarao. You have my word on that. Wow. Detective Bat, thank you again for what you did earlier. Yeah, thanks a ton.
What are you talking about?
Let's not even be shy about it.
Never mind that for now. I'm guessing you two are back here looking to investigate some more.
We are indeed. We'll need someone solid if we're going to save Mrs. Tengarao.
Well, hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, whole place on lockdown.
What? But we need to see those other rooms. This is Mr. Von Karma's doing, I presume.
Who else? Haven't seen your autopsy report yet, either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too. Don't expect to speak of anybody, except us cops are misbound. Everybody else is gone. I doubt Mr. Von Karma will be handing out phone numbers.
Is this all just a game to him? Why does he need to go so far? Well, yeah, like Mr. Von Karma's whole Von Karma's whole motto is like getting a guilty verdict no matter what, like regardless of whether or not like the person actually did it or not, like it's like whether the person like did it or not, all that matters to him is like getting that guilty verdict.
Same as before. Do what I can to help you uncover the truth, like I promised.
You have my gratitude. Just you wait, Mr. Von Karma.
I'm gonna beat you in your back of dirt tricks.
Detective, may we conduct a brief investigation of this area?
Sure, but like I said, everywhere else off bounds. Probably won't be seeing those rooms again.
That's fine. As long as at least some way to continue our investigation, we'll make do. Okay. Statues that are found to pick cherubs to join some chocolate fondue.
Poor headaches work, apparently. Got a hand to him. They look so real.
Detective, are you saying you've personally seen cherubs before?
Attorneys, always poking holes in people's words.
What? Did I do something wrong? Oh my god. This is like our first time like ever actually like seeing anything like of like Gregory's personality, and already he's like, and already I can say I'm a big fan of Gregory. The trophies all belong to Mr. Tangerau, but they're not all for confectionery contests. Some appear to be for charity work. A testament to both his character and his professional achievements. What's this one here? In recognition of Bacon Bob's long-standing achievement in making children's dreams come true. Oh, so sweet. It's got me wanting to watch it. Aww.
It's going through there.
It's marked by a snowman. A candy snowman by the looks of it.
Oh yeah? Well, I'll be.
He's really sizing it up. He isn't thinking of making that into his next lollipop, is he? I know, I mean, it was made by a world-class chef. I mean, probably tastes like far better than the processed lollipops he probably eats all day. It's a Christmas tree made from candy.
These candy statues have everybody on edge. Fans getting here. As I've seen ruined.
Yes, it would be pretty disastrous, I suppose. This is quite the trophy.
Awarded to Tangerau. First place. International Confectionery Association Annual Spectacular.
ICAAS. I see ass. It's made of candy. I guess it wasn't meant to last forever.
Makes sense. Prizes, fame.
Never last forever, right? Damn, how philosophical of you. I doubt it's anything quite that deep. I mean, it could be that deep. I mean, maybe there could be a reason why the curtains are blue. I mean, the author might have had some significant intent to it.
That's the door to Gusto's room.
I guess a candy reindeer's meant to show the way.
Big antlers like that. Must be a bull.
No, that's Haruka. I was just saying Haruka's a bull. I think not. Male reindeer shed their antlers in winter. Therefore, this must be female. Okay, technically female caribous can grow horns, but I mean...
Thanks, Mr. Trivia. Turnies.
They don't teach you about reindeer in law school, Detective. Ah. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably make note of like how the Haruka piece is done, since technically it's like my first attempt at doing the whole poster preview on Twitter, then the full thing on Blue Sky. So what I can say so far is that it's gotten quite a bit of attention on Blue Sky. It has gotten quite a bit of attention on Blue Sky, so that much does make me happy. There definitely have been some cases where people will see the post on Twitter and then they'll go to Blue Sky to see it. But some people also just like some people only just pay attention to like the Twitter version, which isn't like bad or anything like that. It's just interesting research for the future. Yeah. Sorry. Then my throat's starting to like hurt a little bit from doing all these voices. But anyway, anyway, back to this. I just wanted to like point that out. Just want to point that out. Just knowing that it can be a viable strategy. It can be a viable strategy, it seems. Though granted, I should probably also make the note that Haruka is a bigger VTuber. He does have a pretty dedicated like fan base. So maybe that might have played a part in it. It seems these instruments are used on Mrs. Hangaround and Miss Bound's TV show, Bacon Bop. There's some a few things in here that aren't made of candy. Is it just me, or does this actor seem a little disappointed? Nah, he's mad. There's a drum set he had decorated to look like they were made out of cakes. They must play into the bacon bop. Detective, about these drums.
I already checked. There's nothing inside any of them. No sign of anything having been put inside or taken out either. They're not relevant to the case.
You've already done your homework, I see.
Heh, I may like lollipops a little too much, but I'm no sucker. Also, they're not made of candy, so don't bother asking.
I, wasn't going to ask.
Oh. Well, just thought you should know.
You didn't lick these, did you?
No.
Forensics, can you check every one of these drums, please? Oh my god. Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating? Sir, analyzing found water that might be, analyzing found water to see what might be in it, sir.
And what'd you find?
Chocolates. And it looks like kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir. The composition of chocolate seems to be the same as Mr. Tanger's work. And the flavoring colorings match the profile that's used in Mr. Frost's ice sculpture.
Those little rivers flow from all the artist's rooms right here to this fountain. Guess this has stuff from the melted sculptures wound up in there.
That's not all we found, sir. We also found blood.
What? Why is there blood in the water?
Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, detective. Take another look at the scene. Oh. A very conspicuous pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing.
You're right. I don't remember anybody mentioning that being blood removed along with the body.
The victim's blood is mysteriously absent. As was the part of the chocolate chest that it had pulled on. I believe that the blood probably belonged to...
The victim, huh? I'll have to go compare it. The blood on the murder weapon.
Oh.
It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's.
But why would someone want to send the victim's blood downstream and into the fountain like this? That is a very good question. Miss Bounds, we're here to continue our investigation. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier. She's still kind of looking down at the dumps, Mr. E. She must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tingera had to say. I found a photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Yeah, it's all yours. Wow, Miss Gone sure knows how to make a cute cake. Oh, sorry, water bottle. Yes, Mr. Sampson loved her design for that one. Can I be honest? I think Gustos and Frosts look a bit better than Scones. Might be the reds. Maybe that's it. He loved design and flavor Mr. Gustos and Mr. Frost's entry too. Only problem was, as Samson mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the file tasted nothing alike, it seems. Interesting. Was there anything else of note that changed between semi-finals and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gus's son was always here with him throughout the contest, but he was nowhere to be seen during the final. Why would his son come and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy for us to keep a hold of this? Of course. Hope it helps you with your investigation. Oh, and I also have the book containing recipes for the cure Samson mentioned. We've seen this book before.
It was in a chocolate frame. Tangeral's room.
That's right. He puts it on display there so everybody can see the grand prize. What? The cure's in the ultimate cookbook? So it's not a book of dessert recipes, I take it? Oh, no. We told the contestants, of course. But I guess nobody told you yet. So the contestants all knew that the ultimate cookbook was this whole time. Oh, so that's why Miss Scone would have wanted it. Cure for taste disorders and other chemical and pharmaceutical items. But why was he going to give this away? I'd like to hear more about the cookbook, if you don't mind, Miss Bound. So if I understand correctly, the ultimate cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines. Exactly. Or rather, totally new medications that haven't been made to market yet, to be precise. To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune.
But why make the grand prize in a confectionery contest?
Mr. Tangara is the sole heir to the Tangara family fortune. Perhaps you've heard of the Tangara group? The Tangara group? Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before.
It's a major pharmaceutical corporation. Sells all kinds of pills and poisons.
Oh yeah, the new Cold Killer Pro has been making some real waves since it went on sale. I just reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather. Which is never as far as I've seen. What the fuck? I'd like to hear more about Tangara Group if you don't mind. Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to. So to Mr. Tangara that wants to take over for his parents and go into the family business? No, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents support him in his quest to become the best in the world. Then when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook. But why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize? He's been hounded by so many people to make that book their own. He was tired of it. But it would be an insult to his parents' memory to simply give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it.
Oh, I bet the board of directors loved that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research. Someone else.
They hated the idea, of course. Which is why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangara group wanted her to win the book back for them. Ah, okay. So you knew she was a pharmacist all along? Yes. Not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's tastes. I tried to help her win. But why? I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangerhal group. If the cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep fit with the company, but in a way that Samson couldn't object to. So now Miss Go managed to make it so far in the contest she had no business taking part in. I'm gonna say, so far, I think she did it. I think she did like both I think she did the killing here and did the instant 18 years later. Like, so far that's my assumption at least. I don't know, like, I always, But Miss Scone wasn't the only one pretending, was she? Mr. Frost also wasn't really a confectionery either. And he still made it all the way to the finals, just like she did. Not bad. Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculpture. And a gifted craft of desserts, too. Gifted indeed. Judging by the standards of his work in the final. But how did one man produce a piece of that size and quality in such a short period of time? I'm not sure of much more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to, of course. She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangerao. I could certainly use a cup of tea you made us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think it might help me move the investigation along nicely. Whew, I have some tea. Oh, tea is to die for, Miss Bound. Well, how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it right out. You know, I think I cheered her up a little. Oh, that's it. We've learned a little more about the contest participants. But there's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never got an answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why.
Sure, I was. Silence! You've got to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information.
What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? And that's not all. I have some questions about the work he submitted for the semi-finals. A confectioneer who admits to lacking design sense, and a sculpture of his with it in spades. Mr. Gusto, I could not have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself, which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few more questions. His story still doesn't quite add up for me.
Me neither.
We need to figure out how to get in touch with him. Oh. Oh, Von Karma.
Good luck with that, because I have no intention of allowing it.
How about I just punch you in the face, mate? How about I just punch you square in the face? Give you a black eye or something, you know? Maybe shoot you in the other leg, you know? Really make you... really make sure you can't use those legs.
Mr. Von Karma, I've already missed my own investigation into Gusto, so there's no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
He seems to have set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto. In which case, fine. Then allow me to take you up on your offer.
Very well. What is it?
I'd like to tell me about a connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost.
The connection between Gusto and Frost? It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both have to take part in the same contest.
And that's all.
That's all I have to say to you.
What? That doesn't help us at all. We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. And as interpretive of what we do, he is clearly hiding something. Still believe it's Seahorse Man? Ooh, okay. I mean, okay. If it's not Judy, then yeah, it probably does have to be Gusto. Sorry. No. I think I've seen enough of Delicia to know that she's probably not the one who did it. Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to press that. I meant that. Okay. I didn't mean to press. Okay. God, I hate doing Von Karma's voice so much. It's so gruff and so deep, I really have to push my voice to do it. Present. Objection. There we go. I wonder if we could take a look at these two confections on the foreground from Mr. Von Karma. They were made by the contestants. They were made for the contest semi-finals. Both are quite exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree?
Get to the point.
As the nameplate suggests, these are Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto told us the confectionery idea was far from his strong suit. And yet, his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned from another witness that the two entries tasted exactly the same.
What are you suggesting?
I am suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? While at first glance they may appear to be superficially different, it soon becomes apparent that significant similarities in how they're put together. They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share similar design aesthetics. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together.
If you figured out that much, I suppose there's no point denying it.
Sorry, had to cough there for a second. Also, everyone's been getting sick recently, I've noticed. Mr. Von Karma knew all along they were cooperating.
But I'll warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. Here we confirm what you seem so desperate to prove. Guster and Frost were indeed working together. Guster spilled the detail of the relationship to Frost during the questioning last night. It seems they were loving one another right up until the day of the final.
So, you knew that the two were cooperating. Mr. Von Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Please, enough of the petty slander.
It's not slander if it's truth, though. It's not slander if it's truth, though.
I merely want to avoid you poking your nose around before I can provide proper context in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you.
I'm gonna knee you in the fucking gut. It does explain why he's so slippery with the facts, though. I figure out what he's hiding. I can't let things end like this. So you did know there was a connection between the two. Why are we trying to hide it?
I don't just hand out information like candy. It's certainly not to the defense. I like that lollipop nursing fool of a detective over there. You do things your way, and I'll do it mine. And you wonder why I refuse to share information of a traitor like you.
Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, right?
Yes, I interviewed Gusto personally.
Yeesh, I don't want Mr. Von Karma. That must have been terrifying. I imagine Mr. Gusto probably mediated his way through the difficult parts.
He certainly did not. Every time he closed his eyes. I brought him back with my alarming snap. No one dares to plead the fifth with me.
Alright, let's put that to the test. Did that even work on him?
And that is how I was able to perfectly learn every last bit of detail of Gusto and Frost's relationship.
But why were they cooperating?
Gusto sent the designs to par, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
So why? So what was their endgame? Why cooperate only until the day before the finals?
Gusto claims to have ended the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal was to be crowned the world's best confectioner. This pride would not allow for him to do with the help of another.
Cheaters can only win with hollow victories, I guess. I was under the impression that the collaboration had only lasted through the semifinals, but I'm starting to think it might have lasted up through the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you more about how long they worked together, if you don't mind.
If you must. Guster says design subpar, and Frost was confection.
Okay, no, never mind. Okay, um, Before you ask, I'm not objecting to your characterization, Mr. Guster's science sense. Yeah, he admitted himself that he wasn't all that great.
He made what he allegedly liked us of me. Just thinking of the abomination came out with turns my stomach. Yeah, I kinda like the guy's work. An artistically rich amateur, an artistically impoverished professional. In a way, it was inevitable that they would wind up working together.
Okay, there we go. They weren't working together during the finals. I find that a little hard to believe. Miss Scone is on record for having described Mr. Frost's creation as scrumptious. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems more likely that he and Mr. Gusto will still cooperate during the finals.
How many times must I explain to you? Assertions require proof, and one person's entire subjective statement is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. But Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame.
How is that not an entirely subjective statement? Also, you're married? Okay, I mean, okay, I know. I know, like, Francisca's his daughter, but, like, I'm not gonna lie, I would have assumed that would have been from, I would have assumed he would have been divorced by now or something. I know, like...
Furthermore, you're ignoring another crucial part of pharmacist's testimony. Namely, she also described some of Frost's work as having an unbearably salty. In other words, your evidence actually shows that Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery.
No more objections, I take it. There must be some way I can prove Mr. Gusto and Frost were collaborating. Look, it's 18 years ago. Bet he's divorced. True, true. Oh yeah, wait. Wait, 18 years ago. Yeah, Francesco would have been born around this time. I mean, yeah, I mean, he could have gone divorced within like the 18 years since then. It's something that's been on my mind. Yes, what is it, Eddie? Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. Wouldn't have taken a while to make. I would imagine so. Making flavored water, freezing it all, and then carving 2 whole sculptures. Could he really have done all that and help Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I've barely gone as far as saying the flavored water up to freeze apart. Just can't see how Mr. Frost would have pulled it off. Perhaps there's some loyalty instinct in you after all, Eddie. Your pondering certainly points to another possibility. Stop eating your paper! What are you, a dog? Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large box of flavored ice to create his arts. There wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what must Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry within the time limits? No. Okay, no. He must have made the flavored ice the day before, and then all he would have had to do was sculpt it.
What are you muttering about now?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct. What? Mr. E?
I hope you know what you're doing.
Oh? Accepting defeat at last, are we? The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of these things you said was true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as he said, the day before the final really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely from blocks of flavored ice. Ice which would have needed at least a day to freeze. And whose flavors would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto.
Yes, which lines up perfectly with what Gusto told me, and he helped Frost until the day before the final.
In that case, why didn't Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return?
I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us. So why did you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim?
How dare you call my methods into question?
Oh fuck, I just spat everywhere. I just spat all over my desk. That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you obstruct a perfectly valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you keep Mr. Gusto from me.
What good reason? Certainly. The how and why of Frost and Gusto's collaboration has absolutely no bearing in this case.
How can you possibly say that with any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, there could very well have been a motive behind this murder.
Could it indeed? Then why did Gusto himself tell me about it? Why did the man who seemed so keen on accusing share the details of collaboration with the prosecution? Please, have you some proof to back up a preposterous suspicion this time?
Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of, and I imagine Mr. Von Kamp's where exactly that suspicious action was, which means this is probably a trap. Okay, now you're catching on now. Let's only hope your son comes to the same realization about a certain judge.
Well, check out your tongue.
But even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto stuck into Mr. Frost's room, and we still don't know why. That fact alone is reason enough to suspect him.
You fool! You idiot! You absolute buffoon! You absolute troglodyte! You fell right into my trap! If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you.
I knew it. It was a trap.
I was saving it for a trial, but consider it a taste of things to come. Plus, I would hate for your proceedings to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this.
That's
Gusto and Frost, and their sons.
Huh. Oh yeah, it was mentioned one of them has a son. A photo of Frost, Gusto, and their sons. Gusto's son visited his father daily up for the final.
Gusto stuck at the Frost room in order to retrieve his photograph.
But why?
It seems their sons attend the same elementary school. Gusto was concerned the fact Mr. Frost and his acquaintance might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proved was entirely well-founded. Gusto's action makes perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise.
He's never gonna let me talk to Mr. Gusto.
Having quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to get on with. That smug, self-righteous jerk! I'll give him something to be going on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Do we kill? do we cut his Achilles heel? Do we shoot his leg? Do we dunk his head in the toilet and give him a swirly?
Eddie, I don't think any of that is necessary. It's entirely necessary. Things to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. If the prosecution means to pursue Mr. Tengarao, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating seeing the crime? Something on your mind, Mr. E? We're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed to prosecution, Mr. Tengarao. And yet, he still doesn't seem entirely confident of his case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Eddie? I swear to fucking God, I will put you in a doghouse if you keep doing that. Anyway, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad?
Who else? I haven't seen your autopsy report yet either. God's probably got a hand in that too.
In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Take another look at the crime scene for us, detective. A very conspicuous pool of blood. Ooh.
Alright. Don't remember anybody mentioning they moved blood along with the body.
Evidence have turned up not in Mr. Tangerow's room. Must be in an unusual place.
Here's a match. Blood in the fountain. It's Frost's.
So there's no trace of Mr. Frost blood left in Mr. Tangerow's room. Yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Time to employ my super secret attorney skills. Just thinking really, really, really hard. Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. But traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body was discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait. Could someone have moved the body aside to get to the blood? So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there's still no autopsy report. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspects, but little about the body itself. Our assumptions thus far has been that the body had been recovered from the forensics team. But what if these assumptions false? Just realized something, yeah? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Batty autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this all in the wrong way around all along? The question isn't why did Mr. Von Karma hold back information about the body? It's did Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body had been removed by the police in order to carry out an autopsy. But this whole crime scene is about the cure of that disease? Maybe. I mean, I feel like they wouldn't have mentioned it if it wasn't important. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit for their arrival. Mr. E? We've both heard the rumors about Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricating witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even. Sure, everybody's heard of that, but what's that got to do with us right now? I would never judge a person on the basis of rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma. I try to best not to let my preconceptions color our interactions with him. Nonetheless, it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth to his own needs. Twist the truth? You mean he's been playing dirty? I don't know how you're just coming to this realization. I fear he may have been. It still is. And I'm not about to let him get away with it.
I returned to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything to do with infernal attorney.
Yeah, because in Gregory's last case, he called out Von Karma for fabricating evidence, and I can't remember if Von Karma actually got convicted of it. I can't remember if it was since there was no proof, they couldn't actually technically they couldn't do anything about it. But I do believe it did end up being a point on his record. At least the accusation and the circumstance behind it did end up being on his record. And it pissed Von Karma the fuck off because up to this point, he had a perfect record. A prosecutor for 100% win rate is either very good or it's yeah. It's very much, I don't think he does it, where we go up against him as Phoenix, but I do remember that it is a point is made that he does fabricate evidence, and he makes up like witness testimonies and all that stuff. Actually, he might have done the witness testimony thing, not the forged evidence.
Yes? What is it now?
I have a few questions, Mr. Von Karma, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us.
Really? You mean to call my methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I am warning you, if you obstruct the police in their work any further, there will be consequences.
It's not the police that have an issue with Mr. Von Karma. It's you, you lying fucking sack of shit.
What?
Is it on the prosecution to work out the real culprit of the crime scene?
What foolishness is this? I have no intentions of debating what the prosecution's role is or is not for the likes of you. But let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects, ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say, I have absolutely no room for doubt when I present my perfect, unassailable cases.
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps?
Ha! And I thought you had outdone yourselves already. But now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence.
I do. Because it's why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bat from doing his job at every turn. Takes an hour and a half to get an autopsy report. How did you get it in 30 minutes? That's a good question. That's a very good question.
What are you talking about?
You're gonna shut him out of the investigation because he wanted to keep an eye on us? You didn't stop from finding out you don't have the body.
What?
He doesn't have the body?
Ridiculous! You're clutching at straws. I'll tolerate no more of the preposterous slander.
Then allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong, if you can.
I'm afraid you have to try a little harder than that. I am under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another.
As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear? And where did it go?
What does it matter? Some blood went missing from the chest when the body was found. So what?
So what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, it would all make perfect sense.
What is this bloody obsession with the bloodstain? Since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me where you believe it went?
Of course. After all, evidence is everything, as you never tire of telling us. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely.
Take that.
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain. Along with traces of chocolate from Mr. Tangara's room. I believe the missing piece of blood stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain, which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposefully disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Karma, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me.
You... Where did you get your hands on that kind of evidence? You have neither the authority nor the means to carry that kind of nonsense on fountain water. No, but I do. Curse you, bird! You put a thorn on my side from the moment you were assigned. Well, no longer. As of now, you're officially off the case. I was barely on in the first place.
Mr. Von Karma, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? You'll confirm that no body was ever recovered.
It's really quite the claim, you know. Why not? You'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid.
What must I do to get an answer out of him?
Now, if you don't mind, I've given you quite enough of my precious time already.
I look forward to destroying you in court,
Gregory Edgeworth. Your precious logic and theories won't save you then. Nothing will.
Mark my words, Mr. Von Karma. Your methods will be your undoing. No matter how you try to hide the truth, I'll bring it all to light in the end. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult situation. I'm going to take another quick ad break because I actually do need to go to the toilet. I'll be back once the ads are over, alright? So just behave yourself so I'm gone, okay? Alright, I'm back, sorry. Okay. Also, my throat's like really starting to feel a little, Again, it's what Von Karma's voice does. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position.
Don't sweat it. It was always gonna end this way. Honestly, always have sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing.
I am. And I'll prove it in court.
Heh. Well, if there's anything I could do to help, just say the words. Since, I'm off the case for now.
That's very kind. And I'm sorry to keep asking favors to you, Detective Bat, but there's one more thing. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secrets. Alright, Terry. Detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think of enough to see Mr. Tangara acquitted. But I prefer to have an ace in the hole, just in case. And what is it? You'll find out in the courtroom. Wait, what? You're letting me join you? Of course I am. You're my assistant after all. I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know. We can take on Mr. Von Karma together. Indeed. Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangara by then. But we're up against Mr. Von Karma. I guess we can't rule the possibility this might take some time. Right, but we'll do everything we can in the meantime. I know you can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. We can't allow Mr. Tangara to remain in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I'll expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do. Wow. And that's pretty much how things went down. Those are the facts of the IS-7 as far as I'm concerned. I'm finally learning the truth about my father's last case. So, what happened to the trial? Well, we lost. Von Karma did a real number on us. Really? You couldn't prove Mr. Tangara's innocence? Oh, we could have proved it alright. A decent little pile of evidence now, Fader. Problem was, we underestimated Von Karma. He fought even dirtier than we feared. I can imagine. Secure a conviction at all costs. That was always his guiding principle. Yeah, ain't that the truth. Anywho, the trial dragged on and on. The whole thing took about a year in the end. I'll never forget the day the verdict came down. December 28th that following year. It's April now, so... Oh, mama, we're talking over 17 years ago. Time sure does fly, huh? December 28th. I was there that day. 17 years ago. Sitting in a courtroom gallery. Just before the trial got started, Gregory noticed that Samson was looking even worse than usual. Turns the guy finally reached his limits. So bad. He said he wanted to be found guilty. Wait, you mean they forced a confession out of him? Yeah, Von Karma got already been pushed forward from the very beginning. And when Gregory tried to drop the bombshell about there being nobody to speak of, and the Von Karma had used the power of police to hand him off at the pass. Even had himself a fake autopsy report. That wasn't the end of it. Von Karma got Samson to falsely testify against himself after being an accessory to murder in court. Come out of his confession. Poor guy's goose was well and truly cooked. Gregory still had an ace in the hole, though. The same ace he asked Detective Bad to help him with. Exactamundo. He He knew he needed one last card to play if he squeezed a confession out of Samson. So Bad recorded all Samson's interrogations. I guess Detective Bad really wanted to know the truth, huh? We all did, but he was a trooper. Stayed the case even after Von Karma took him off it. He was set up some other big case too. Good old Bad. Don't make him like that anymore. Anyway, Gregory presented the recordings as proof that Sam's confession was coerced. And you know what? Almost worked. Got named Ian Sideman got fired. Samson's interrogator was the initial sector for Bad. He took the fall for pretty much the whole thing. But Von Karma didn't get away scot-free. In fact, he was disciplined by a chief prosecutor. For the one and only time in his 40-year career. Okay, so explain it here. Still, Samson himself couldn't stomach another day in court. So when guilty verdict came down, and it didn't just signal the end of that day, but the whole sad affair. I remember a lot myself, but my father's face when they declared Mr. Tangerow guilty. I was a young child at the time, but even I could tell how much he was hurting inside. Gregory wants to appeal the ruling, of course. He would have done anything to clear Samson's name. But then, well, you know what happens next. Poor guy. Never got a chance. I should have left with him that day. I always blame myself for not doing that. But I shoved that aside and obsessed over something else instead. Or rather, someone else. I hated what you did. Hated you for choosing to stick with Von Karma. I hope you can forgive me. No. You had every right to hate me. I wanted to become a prosecutor as planned. And then when Mr. Von Karma showed me the case files. According to these records, Mr. Tangerow was convicted as the main culprit of Mr. Frost's murder. No, that's not right. Sam's is convicted as accessory to murder. Strange. File clearly states he was the perpetrator. Plus, I fairly certain that all of Mr. Von Karma's cases were successfully solved. Mind if I take a peek at those? This file's been doctored. What about the verdict? It's been changed. What? Here, feast your peepers on this. Victim's body was found inside one of his creations leading to his arrest. While in detention, Tangerow discovered that he had a taste disorder, which was subsequently cured via medication. Convicted as an accomplice based on his confession. As a copy of the files they've recorded in the courthouse. Then why is my copy so different? Well, so it came from Von Karma, yeah? I guess he didn't want Gregory's son thinking he was the murderer. Thinking there was a murderer still out there still at large. Didn't want you looking into it again before its statute of limitations was up. So everything I believed about the case was a lie? Like they say, we all got to start somewhere. What's the point is, you know what's what now. Statute of limitations may run out. But the truth's still out there, you know. I inherited Samson's case when the old man passed. Prosecution handed off somebody else too. Great Von Karma wasn't going to bother facing off against a rookie like me, was he? Anyway, long story short, the girl was never found, and Samson was found guilty instead. That's terrible! Is there really nothing we could do to help him? Not about the real perp, I'm afraid. So then his confession stands. Speaking of which, I didn't find out until after the verdict had been handed down, but Von Karma had threatened Samson and made him a deal. Told him if he didn't confess, he'd make sure Judy was convicted instead. How could he? Samson knew there was no way Judy could have done it, of course. But he wasn't going to take any chances. So he did what he was told to confess to keep her safe. Now, really be this, Mousy Boy. Why do you think your Uncle Eddie just happened to be in prison the day Bronco Knight died? Ah! That's right! You were there to see Mr. Tangerel. Bingo! Judy and I both promised we'd visit him every day. I, didn't quite keep that promise. But Judy did. She never missed one visit all these years. Got rain or shine, she always showed up. But none of that changes the fact Samson's still being unduly punished day after day. How heartbreaking. You've got to do something, Mr. Fender. Well, kiddo, that's actually why we came here. The ice sculptures are back on display, just like they were all those years ago. We're gonna see what we can find out. Right, Malzarino? I'm Prosecutor Fender. I don't look at these things in the same way as you do, or my father. Miles. But that doesn't matter now. Speaking as the prosecutor was Miles Edgeworth, I want to know the truth behind both these cases. And I'm not leaving until I do. I knew. You really are old Gregory's son, through and through. Alrighty then. Now that that's all sorted, we can really get to work. Good thing about the I-7 case file and evidence for me today, huh? Yeah, documents first. Who doesn't love paperwork, am I right? The parts in red ink are my annotations. Thank you, Fender. Please tell me you didn't eat some. And here's some evidence for you. Enjoy. It's quite a few, so it'd take me a minute to scope them out if I were you. Small amounts of evidence. Oh my god. Yes, I see. I'll take a look at them in a bit. You know, our carrying case is full of loose threads too, come to think of it. Indeed. The key players incident 18 years ago just happened to be caught up in another incident. New sculptures in the Winter Wing are perfect replicas of the ones 18 years ago. The poison gas attack of the Autumn Wing, which has been disguised to look like the Winter Wing. Two chemicals found inside the Pisces display case, ubiquium and asphyxium. Not form poisonous gas were mixed together. The victim of the gas attack, Carmel Augusto, was no stranger to the events of 18 years ago. He was still unconscious and undergoing treatment in the medical room. And finally, we came to a body floating face down in a fountain. And the fact that the ice sculptures have melted, just as they did all those years ago. Oops, sorry. The events of the present day would appear to be intimately linked to the events of the past, which means they may help us to learn more about what happened 18 years ago. Sounds good to me. Let's get investigating. Fuck you.
Oh, no you don't. Aren't you forgetting somebody?
Anyways, let's get to investigating.
I could have sworn this is my investigation.
Eustace is quite right. I do hope you're not intending to obstruct him his duties, Mr. Edgeworth. I will fucking drown him in that fucking fountain. You can bang that gavel against my head all you want, it ain't gonna stop me. I would hate to have to add a guilty to my report to the committee. What am I guilty of now? Of course not. I'm simply offering once again to do what I can to help with the investigation. Your offer is duly noted and duly declined. Oof. She isn't pulling any punches. The identity of the body found is currently being ascertained. It's only a matter of time until we have all the information we need. Perhaps I can help you speed the process along. I think I have an idea of who our mystery victim might be.
What? Really? Then you have to tell me. It's the law.
Very well. Maybe it's just the ice sculpt. Maybe it isn't just the ice sculptures that resurfaced 18 years ago. The body found may have also been a visitor from the past. I believe the body in Fountain is that of a man who was murdered here 18 years ago. Mr. Artie Frost.
What? What do you say? Oh, you're saying that was poor Chillywinks? Wait. Who the heck is Chillywinks or Artie or whatever you're talking about?
Artie Frost was a famous sculptor, Eustace. Although he was better known as Paul Halik. The sculptures on display here are all his work.
No way. Sounds like he did well for himself. Oh, good to encounter a fellow winner.
Mr. Frost was the victim of the IS-7 incident. George Gavell knows about the IS-7 incident. Mr. Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident is an 18-year-old case. And according to the police reports, the victim's body was recovered and an autopsy duly carried out. Sure, that's what the records say. But the records can't be trusted. What are you insinuating? Well, the records say stuff like body totally recovered. The defense back then begged to differ. Not that it stopped the prosecution from shutting them down hard, of course. Oh.
Yeah, this is winner. What? Really?
What is it, Eustace?
The body. You got an ID. Some sculptor called Frost or something. So I guess Edgeworth called it? Goddess of Justice!
So my father's deductions were right all along. Well, Judge Gavell, I say things have changed, wouldn't you? Perhaps now you admit that there might be of use to this case more than a certain, junior prosecutor anyway.
No fair. You're trying to steal the win.
I'm doing no such thing. All I want is to uncover the truth. But if we're going to get to the bottom of what happened here, we'll need to work together. We do not need to do anything and do not need to know the... And you do not need to know the truth. This case is none of your concern. I thought she was... I misread that. Fuck it. I thought she was going to say, and we don't need to know the truth. Like...
Objection.
Oh, there, Judge She. I think someone might be wrong about that. Another of your interruptions, Mr. Fender. Yep. See, I was on the defense team for IS-7. So, this case is very much my concern. I was one of the pesky kids pushing the theory that the body had actually gone missing. The prosecutor at the time may have brushed us off, but you can't deny the testimony. You can't deny the testimony of your eyes. To put it a little more bluntly, the prosecution's case is run from the ground up. When there's a miscarriage of justice caused by the prosecution, It's the committee's job to fix it. No. And who better to help you unpack this, pick this mess than someone who was there at the time? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Judge Gavelle seems to know the fact that IS-7 is in some detail. In which case, I suspect she must be here on the committee's behalf. Your connection to this case is known, Mr. Fender, but I failed to see how this concerns Mr. Edgeworth. He's a Sunny Richard's defense attorney, and a protege of the case's lead prosecutor. And that's not enough for you. He was at trial too. I think it's just possible he might have a little something to bring up to the table, don't you? Very well. You may both assist in the investigation, but only if you refrain from interfering with the work of others. The Winter Wing is off limits for now. This room, however, it's all yours. Alrighty. Great to be on the same wavelength, G. Why don't we bring it in to show we're all sides of justice? Do not test me, Mr. Fender. Your permission to investigate can be revoked at any time. Duly noted, Your Honor. This is time for the books, huh, Mousy? Here you go. We get to do our thing after all. Thanks to your immeasurable help, as always. No sweat. Besides, I was honestly doing just for me. So I got hiccups now. Okay, I'll be just getting my own thing, so just holler if you find something interesting. I will. Well, okay. Shall we? Heck yeah! Let the investigation commence. Was so unclear two key factors. How Mr. Frostbody came to be where we found it, and the source of the ubiquium. You're right. We need some more intel. That was a fucking 18-year-old body in that fucking... How the hell could you store it, like, for that long? I doubt... Because I doubt even if, like, you freeze the body, it's still gonna decompose in some way, right? Let's focus on ubiquium first foremost. These are stuff like dish soap and paint, right? Correct. It's also bright red in color, and also has a distinctively minty fragrance. Okay, sounds like we know what we're looking for. Alright. But with that, my throat is killing me, so I think I'm going to call things here for now. We just save, so we don't need to. Alright, I would go for like a little bit longer, but again, like I said, doing Von Karma's voice, like it really like fucks with my throat. Hopefully I won't be seeing more of that anytime soon. But yes, hopefully everything on YouTube's been running smoothly. Yeah, it says here that, okay, sweet. So, at least in the case of Ace Attorney, we can multi-stream it. Of course, oh, also music, sorry, I forgot. Also, but the real test remains to be seen with like other games. Again, like I said, I did raise the bitrate for stream just a tad little bit, so that we may multi-stream on YouTube, because I did learn that apparently how like bitrate works with like multi-streaming is that like if you set a bitrate, it splits it like between the two services. So I was set to about 5,000 at the moment, so that means 2,500 goes to YouTube, then 2,500 goes to Twitch. Has everything... It says we did get some dropped frames, but has everything been running smoothly for the most part? Like, has everything been running smoothly? Has there been any hiccups or anything like that? Sorry. Ugh. Sorry. I'm just really getting my throat, yeah. Yeah, I can't say I fully know what streams are gonna look like next week. Um, but I think I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off just because, like, again, if I'm gonna be practicing heads next week, I probably do want to spend most of tomorrow just doing research into that, and also working on some other things that I want to do. So that means next stream probably on Tuesday night we'll be making our piece of yours truly, moi. Yeah. I'm working Wednesday night, so I can't stream Wednesday night. Thursday and Friday I could probably get away with. Saturday, it might be a bit too. Actually, I'll see if I can get like the replacement part for like the air conditioner over the next few days. If I can, then stream on Saturday might be possible, but if not, then probably Sunday. But yeah, wow. Okay. But let me see. Hugh is currently online at the moment. We read a market recently, right? I feel like we have. Wait. Have we? I feel like we have, but it's not. Oh, but at the same time, market doesn't really do the. Okay, wait. So let's see. Marco. Don. Yeah, it seems weird. I mean, Calidori is on, but I think they're sleeping at the moment, so. Alright, I guess tonight we will raid into. Let's raid into Don, who's doing hard time 3. Alright. Alright, yeah, let me get the raid message and all that stuff sorted out. So, and to remember, if you don't have my emotes, you can place with any emotes of your choosing, as long as they are appropriate. I guess other stuff. Make sure to go check out the Discord, socials, especially Blue Sky, because I'm really gonna be trying to like get off Twitter at some point this year. And also remember, I do have commissions open over on VGen. Yes. Now let me get the rate all set up. Alright, with that being said, I hope you all have enjoyed today's stream. I have been Jesse Jamie, your virtual resident internet, and I'll see you all on Tuesday. Goodbye.